Okay, today we're going to learn to do your basic 5-note warm-up scale with the G. If you have a metronome, set it to about 60 beats per minute. That's a good tempo. Now we're going to practice the 5 notes going up in whole notes. 2, 3, play. Concentrate on keeping a steady, consistent tone like that, and you might get short-winded during it. Take a breath as needed after the 4 beats. So if you can do 2 whole notes together, then a breath, bonus. If not, take a breath after each whole note. Eventually, you'll develop breathing over time where you'll be able to support more air. But for now, because you haven't been taught proper breathing, you're going to kind of feel really dizzy and lightheaded for a while. That is normal. Don't get frustrated. It gets better. Okay, moving on. Next thing we're going to work on with the 5 notes are quarter notes and half notes. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the 5 notes in a half note format. 1, 2, 3, play. Again, going down. Again, you're going to feel in the head. Don't worry about it. Continue moving on. Stop for a second. Take a deep breath. You're probably frustrated by this point because you're sounding funny and notes aren't coming out at full volume or at full mass, or they sound very airy or hissy. It will improve. This is a warm-up exercise for you for any type of practice you can do. It's very basic. So now we're going to try the 5 notes in a warm-up scale with quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, play. Again. With no tonguing or breathing in between. Next, we're going to try 8th notes. Now, I use tu, ku for my tonguing, so when I'm blowing, I hear. You won't hear that on the flute, but it's a good habit of getting into for double tonguing and single and all that. So we're going to work with tu, ku, or ta, ka. 1, 2, 3, and play, and again. Okay, so these are basic exercises we can do to warm ourselves up. Let's try 18th notes, or 16th notes, I mean. Okay, they're tu, ku, ta. I use tu, ku, taka. Tu, ku, taka, tu, ku, taka, tu, ku, taka, tu, ku, taka. Now, the reason we're using a slow metronome tempo is it's easier for you to listen to your notes and actually keep the rhythm right. 1 and 1 and a 3 and a 4. Again. And your C will be airy. And slur them. And eventually you'll be able to play them. But we're going to get into further of those techniques later on. Right now we're just working on basics. So you follow this method to warming up every time, it will get your fingers more nimble. Anyways, continuing on, we're going to learn 4 more notes next week. Or next lesson. And it's going to be your low F sharp, an F, natural, a B flat, and an E flat, and an E. But I'm not going to tell you which range we're going in because we're going to probably do both octaves. Anyways, for now, have fun trying to get these 5-note warm-up scales right. Remember, take your time, don't push yourself, don't get frustrated.